welcome back to my channel. My name is Nicole and this is the Simplistic Home, and this is my first ever fall decorate with me for 2020. So I am super excited about this video. I recently posted a fall decor haul a couple of weeks ago, so I will have that video linked down below for you guys so you guys can kind of see what I am working with this year. But I have some new pieces and I also have some older pieces from previous years that I'm going to be incorporating into my decor, and I'm going to give you guys just a brief run through of what I am working with. I have some stuff behind me like you can see, stuff over here. It's just a little bit of everywhere. But I am decorating my main living spaces, so my living room, my dining room, and my kitchen. And I do like to take things a little bit more of a simplistic approach. So let's go ahead and get to decorating. So before I get started, I wanted to show you guys what I'm working with currently. So I have some of this stuff here on the ledge. Like I said, this is in my fall decor haul, but I do have some new pieces that I just got yesterday actually that my mom gave to me. She's always giving me something, but anyway, I have this pot here. It's like a wooden planter. So, and these leaves as well. So that's new that I will be working with. She also gave me all of these pillows. So going to try to incorporate those some way, somehow as well. But last space is all of this. So I just have a little bit of everything everywhere, like I said. But I'm going to start in my dining room first, I believe, just because that will be the easiest place. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get to decorating. Okay, you guys, so starting off in the dining room, like I said, I wanted to go ahead and wipe down my table. That way it was crumb-free and dust-free and everything else. That way I had a clean slate to start with before I started decorating the space. So I originally thought that I was going to place a different runner on my table just because I've had this jute one out since the spring. I originally purchased this at Hobby Lobby whenever they had their spring shop line out, and I just really like it, and it goes with just about every season. So I have now used it in the spring, the summer, and now into the fall. So I have that placed on my table, and then the next piece I wanted to use was this wooden cutting board. So it probably is coming off a little bit small in this clip, but you guys will see in a little bit that is actually a pretty good size compared to other ones that I have. But anyway, that is kind of a focal piece, so I placed that in the center of the runner, and then next is going to come an amber glass jar along with some picks. So I'm just going to make a little arrangement. I originally had purchased an white enamel like pitcher from Hobby Lobby, and it just didn't go. Once I started putting things together, I just didn't really care for it too much. So like I said, I just have this amber glass jar, and then I have an array of picks. So I decided to incorporate a few more colors just to liven it up a bit. So I'm starting with these two eucalyptus picks. I recently purchased those from Hobby Lobby. They were actually in the clearance section for $1 each. And then I also have two wheat stems. Those were from last year, and those were also purchased at Hobby Lobby. I'm pretty sure they have them again this year if you are interested in those pieces. And then the next two stems that I put in were some maple picks. These I purchased this year at Hobby Lobby as well. I really like these just because they do look really natural to me, and they're kind of full too. Like the leaves actually spread out pretty wide, like you guys can see here. So I just went ahead and put all of those pieces together, and then next, just as some filler, added in a few of those leaf stems that my mom gave me that were in that bundle that I showed you guys earlier. And don't worry, I will show a close-up of this at the very end, so stay tuned for that if you're just curious. So the next piece I wanted to incorporate on my centerpiece here was this little tray. It's kind of like a bowl, I guess. The bottom of it is wooden, and then the surrounding edges are black, and I just wanted to fill it with some faux pumpkins. So these are all white and off-white pumpkins. A few of them are DIY projects from the past that are just painted pumpkins from the Dollar Tree actually, and they have a little bit of greenery to the top, and then the rest of them were just from an array of pumpkin bags that I purchased at Hobby Lobby this year, and they just come in different sizes and whatnot, but they do actually look pretty realistic. So just went ahead and filled up that little basket with that, and I think it looks really cute. So the next little piece I added was actually a little candlestick holder. I purchased that at Hobby Lobby in the clearance section. It was like 50 cents and added a little orange pumpkin. But later you guys will see I did change that up a little bit. But overall, this is what it ended up looking like when I kept it like this originally. I do really love how this arrangement turned out. And like I said, I like the different colors and whatnot to brighten it up just a little bit. Moving on into my kitchen, so this is kind of like a little coffee nook area, if you will. That I've had this set up the exact same way for, gosh, pretty much all year. So I knew I wanted to switch this up a little bit. So first I just started by clearing the area and wiping it down. That way, again, I had a fresh slate to work with. And for whatever reason, I had to mess with this area for a little bit just to figure out what I wanted to do. I originally thought that I had a plan, and the plan didn't go as planned, which is okay. That just comes along with decorating sometimes. You guys will notice that a lot throughout this video, that I thought I had an idea in mind, and then once I started doing it, I just needed to switch it up a bit. So I originally started placing these bottles under there with my cutting boards like that, but decided that I didn't care for that too much. So I went ahead and just placed my large cutting board and then have an array of canisters that I've had for a while now. A couple of these came from TJ Maxx and a couple of them came from Home Goods. They're just filled with like coffee and flour and sugar, and I also have my coffee filters in there as well. So just wanting to keep them all in the same area, but I like how they are kind of staggered in size. So I just have those placed there along with my coffee pot next to it. And then I have a smaller cutting board that I wanted to incorporate as well. So I have that, and then I placed a little white pitcher. I purchased that a couple years ago from Hobby Lobby with an array of stems. So these were purchased this year at Hobby Lobby. I really like those because they are natural as well, along with another maple leaf stem and again some filler from my mom. So I did wanted to add a little more pieces to this space, so I decided to add a faux pumpkin along with some greenery next to my canisters just to brighten that area up a little bit. And I also added in some sprigs of greenery to my little white pitcher there as well. And here's an overview of this area. Overall, I think it turned out really cute, and I like to add in the simplest of touches to any kind of seasonal decor, really just any decor in general, but these neutral colors and the more traditional pieces I really am enjoying this fall. So next I moved to the side of our cabinets here. So we recently added in this like towel rack type of situation, and I originally thought that I was going to add in this maple leaf and take down my cutting board, but I decided that I didn't care for that too much. So you guys will see here in just a second that I ended up removing that leaf and just adding the cutting board back to it. But I think just the littlest touch of this cotton wreath just adds the touch of fall that I was looking for. And moving along to this next space, so this has been the exact same as well for a while. I just have this little tray that I purchased a while back from TJ Maxx, and I normally keep my Magnolia cookbooks underneath of that, but I knew I wanted to use those in a different area this year. So I just brought out a few other cookbooks that we do use on occasion, because you guys know, I've mentioned this before, we do like to have easy access to items that we use on a regular basis. So just having things like cookbooks and whatnot out in the kitchen, it just makes it a lot easier when you are needing those items. So now I am incorporating those bottles that I originally thought that I was going to put on the other side of my kitchen, but they look much better here, and I just filled them with some more fall picks and then added in an amber glass jar. This is just a jar that I have that keeps our spoons and kitchen utensils in there. And I also wanted to add in a candle. So if you guys have never burned this candle from Walmart, actually, it is the apple cider donut. It is my absolute favorite, and these candles are so inexpensive. They're like $3 a piece, and they burn really well, so you should totally check it out if you haven't. But I placed that on the tray along with some faux pumpkins, and I think it turned out really cute. Moving along in the kitchen, so I do like to do a little bit of decor in this corner, just because, I don't know, I just feel like it again brings it a little bit of life into the kitchen. So this is where I am placing my cookbook. So I actually have my Magnolia home book there, and then the volume 1 Magnolia table cookbook on top, along with our knife set. And then I brought out this cookbook stand that I've had for a while and placed my Magnolia table cookbook volume 2 on that stand. And I'm incorporating some more amber, so I just have a little amber jar, and I'm adding in another maple leaf just to add that pop of fall that I am looking for. And I also have my olive oil that I will be placing there. So again, easy grab and go, along with some more faux pumpkins. And I did decide to add in some sprigs of greenery here as well. Okay, so the next space that I have in my kitchen that I like to decorate, and I just keep this super simple along with everything else, but I have a little tray sitting next to my sink. I do like to keep my hand soap and dish soap and things like that on there, but I decided to just have my hand soap out for now. And then I also have this little vase that my mother-in-law actually purchased and gifted to me recently, that actually came from the Dollar General, so it's super cute. I might put some pics in it, I'm not sure, but for now I'm just leaving it as is. And then I have a little white stand that I purchased this year from Hobby Lobby, and I am placing a DIY pumpkin on top, and then I will also have a greenery sprig along with another orange pumpkin. So again, super simple, but definitely brings that fall touch. Moving along into the living room. So, okay, I'm not gonna lie, you guys, this took me way longer than I was anticipating. Again, I thought I had a plan for what I was, wanting to do in the living room, and it did not turn out, but that is okay. I had so much extra decor left over, and I don't know, every time I try to incorporate more decor into my home, I just can't do it. I keep my decor so simple, but I love it because it just seems to just add exactly what I'm looking for. So anyway, you guys will see that all at the end with an overview, but I just wanted to take down some of the blankets off of my ladder and incorporate some new ones that are in the fall shades that I got this year. So actually this rust colored one that I am folding right now came from a thrift store. I purchased that this year. I think it was $3 or $4. I don't remember exactly, but there was 2 blankets that I purchased this year to incorporate into my fall decor. This is one of them, and between the 2 of them I only spent like $7 or $8, so extremely affordable. But I thought this rust color was perfect, especially with me wanting to incorporate amber this year in the more traditional colors. And this is the second blanket that I purchased at a thrift store, so it's just like a creamy knit blanket, and I really like this one as well. If you guys don't shop at thrift stores, you totally should. I actually filmed a Thrift With Me video recently, so I will have that link down below. It's just some tips and tricks on thrifting and also just how I shop on a budget. So you should totally check that out if you would be interested in those things. So in a little bit you guys will notice I did try to incorporate some pumpkins and just some fall decor in general around my TV, but again, like I said, I just cannot do it. It just looked so cluttered to me, so I ended up just leaving the blankets as is and just incorporating that as my fall decor in this little nook over here, and that is all I ended up doing, but you guys will see an overview of that at the end as well. So something keeps throwing me off over here. It's driving me insane, and I think I figured it out. So I am going to show you guys. Let me know what you think. But let me flip you around and show you. I think what is throwing me off is this cotton wreath. Last year when I had it up, and every year before that, I had a light wall, and I think putting this on this dark wall, it just throws it off and like totally throws off the style of the rest of my home. I don't know, something just does not feel right. So I think I'm actually gonna take that down and possibly not use it unless it's like on a different door or something. I don't know, but let's see, let's change it out, see what it looks like, and go from there. Okay, you guys, like I said, it took me forever to get this living room down, but I think what happened here was we originally had a light colored wall behind our couch like the past, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years now, and I've always had that cotton wreath up, but our style and the vibe of our home has changed a little bit, so I ended up not even using that wreath and just added my magnolia wreath back up here, and you guys will see here in a little bit, I did end up changing this out even, and it just takes a little bit of messing with, but overall, towards the end, I am very pleased with how it turned out. But the orange was just throwing it off because our couch is kind of that burnt, like neutral rust color, I guess. But anyway, I ended up removing that pumpkin and just adding in 2 neutral colored ones along with the candle. And you guys will see that it was just the perfect bit of fall touch that I was looking for. And this is much better. So again, super simple, but I love how it turned out. And now moving on to this accent wall. So this is one of my favorite spots in our home to decorate. And I just went ahead and took those little pumpkins and placed them in the shadow boxes on the wall. And then next I will move along to the bench. So I always like to decorate this bench, and I ended up just placing a charger down along with my giant amber glass bottle. I am so thrilled about that. That was an antique store find this year, and it was only $9. It is huge and I love it. And I just placed some wooden beads around the neck of the bottle and placed 2 of these eucalyptus stems on the inside. So these eucalyptus stems I actually purchased last year at Hobby Lobby. I love them because they are the more traditional fall colors, and I think it really just brightens up this space even more and brings a little bit of life to it, and I think it looks so good up against the shiplap wall. And to add in another pop of coziness, I added in another little tiny pillow, and I think it looks super cute. And moving along to our second accent wall, so again, I just kept this extremely simple. I added in our little M sign to the top there, and then I have a faux leather planter with a faux plant on the inside, and I decided to incorporate more of the green over here. So I do have a little green pumpkin that I sat on the bench as well. So overall, this is what it ended up looking like. I do think it looks super cute, and again, just the littlest fall touches. Okay, you guys, so now I'm just going to give you a brief run through of the areas that we decorated in my home. If you guys enjoy these clean and decorate with me's, please give this video a thumbs up. I know I do go about my decorating at a very simplistic approach. There's not a whole lot going on. I try to avoid clutter as much as possible, but I still want my home to feel cozy and warm and inviting, and when you walk in, I do, want to make it known that I have put in the effort to decorate. I just do it at a more minimal way, I guess you can say. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Also, thank you so much for just being here on my channel. I truly appreciate it. This has been a lot of fun for me, and yeah, so anyway, if you guys are looking forward to seeing more content from me, please give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe, and I really hope that these videos just bring you guys lots of inspiration. You don't have to go above and beyond when it goes to decor. Sometimes less is more. So anyway, like I said, thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.